Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be working on a new project. Recently I have been doing a lot of propagations and I have already made a video on how to do this, so if you have not seen it I will give you the link, so please check the description below for the link on propagation. I have had very good success with propagating pepper plants using a very simple method, and that method is just plain simple water bottles and water. There's nothing else you need. So in front of me here are a bunch of branches that I cut down recently, about a month and a half ago. I started all of these on January 1st because I live in Texas, so the weather stays warm much longer. It gotten really cold outside in January, so I didn't want all my trees to die. So in order to save some of them, I decided to chop them down just like you see here and then do some propagation. So let me show you what I have going on here. These are Brazilian goats 1, 2, 3, and 4, and this is my MOA Scotch Bonnet. The Brazilian goats came from one tree, so I basically cut a huge branch down and I chopped them up into smaller pieces like around this length, and then I just placed them in water in this really simple container and they started to sprout roots, and I'll show you in a bit. And then I have this larger one, which is my Reaper plant, and this one is doing amazing. It's also putting out lots and lots of buds. So initially it was inside a smaller cup, and then I decided that it needs some more space, so I moved that into a larger smart pot. So we'll see how that works. And then what I did to the other plant, I'll show it to you right now. The plant here is a MOA Scotch Bonnet. It's a very large plant, as you can see, but it's basically two branches that I cloned just like this. I took two of those branches and I placed them into one container, and the plant grew really nice, and it's starting to produce very well. So it's giving me fruits basically every day. I mean, I pick one off like this that it's semi-ripened, and then the next day something else ripened. So I get fruits all the time. I mean, as you can see how large the plant is. That is two branches in one small container, and it's about a foot high and about maybe a foot and a half wide. I mean, it was bigger. I basically chopped half of the plant off. So anyway, that's what my plants look like, the propagated plant. So as you can see how well the tree with two branches that I propagated have grown in that system over there. So today I'm going to do something more interesting. Instead of just one same type, I'm going to do multiple different types to make sort of like an ornament tree. So I'm going to combine an MOA Scotch Bonnet with a Brazilian Ghost into one container. This one here. So it's the same size as the one you just saw. So I'm going to show you how to do that. First I'm going to put the propagated branches into this container. I'm going to fill it up with nutrients, and then I'm going to put some pebbles here to keep it standing. Once it develops more roots and shoot out into the container, it will start to stabilize itself. When this plant fully grows out, it's going to become an ornament tree. My MOA is going to produce nice orange fruits, orange and yellow, like this. This is when it started to ripen. This is when it's fully ripened, so there's two different colors. And my Brazilian Ghost is going to produce a beautiful vibrant red color. So I'm going to have a mixture of red and orange into one container that would look like one single tree. Alright, so let's start. Let me show you the Brazilian Ghost. And there's my root system here. So it's just a branch that I cut, and then I left it into this container since January 1st, and now it has started to produce lots of roots, and this is the best time to transfer, when the roots is this big. Let me put that back and fill this container up real quick. Here's my MOA Scotch Bonnet with some roots there as well. And again, if you have not seen the propagation video, I will link you. Make sure you watch that because it's a very simple method with great success rates. There's a few more. I might have to end up throwing some of these away because I don't need all of them. This one's not yet ready. Sometimes it takes 4 to 5 weeks, sometimes it takes 6 to 7 weeks. See, this one's ready. Alright, so what I'm going to do today is use 2 Brazilian Ghost and 1 MOA. I mean, I have one right here that's also ready, but it has a very tiny root. See right there? In a few days it'll shoot out more. But I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to use these 3. So what we want to do first is fill the container with nutrient. And what I'm using here is the General Hydroponic Flora series. I mix it very basic. It's basically 1 part of each. And then I also add CalMag, basically 1 tablespoon of each, which is 5 milliliter. I'll put all of the mixing instructions in the description, so make sure to check there as well. Okay, so first we want to fill this container up until the water hits the bottom of my net cup. And you can do this to make it simpler. And fill it a little more. Okay, that's about enough. So what we'll do next is we'll take this Brazilian Ghost, and you want to gently feed the roots through the cup there so that it can touch the nutrients. And try not to damage it because that's all the roots it has. Just like that. You want to do the same for the other one. This is my MOA. I want this one in the middle of both Brazilian Ghost. Actually, I'm just gonna do 2 because 3 is gonna be just too much. Some of these branches are gonna grow on the sides right here like this, so you want to position it so that it doesn't restrict the other guys from growing. Maybe like that. That should work. Then you want to add some pebbles. Okay, so this was my plant's gonna look like. I will have an MOA Scotch Bonnet and a Brazilian Ghost. Make sure to have this label accordingly so that you don't forget. I will be doing a lot of trimming to make sure that the plant doesn't grow everywhere and forces the other branch out. And then you will also need to make sure to monitor the nutrients level and also your pH. pH is very important. You make sure that it's between 5.9 and 6.5. No more than 6.5, because if it gets higher than that, a lot of your buds would drop and it would not fruit very well. So I would track this progress every 2 weeks and let you see what happens and how well it grows. And when these start to produce fruits of 2 different colors, and it's gonna seem like this is one tree producing 2 different types of fruit, like an ornament, I will come back and show you guys that as well. That's all for now.